All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing your daily horoscope for Thursday, the 2nd of September, 2021. We've got the moon still home in the sign of Cancer, moving through the middle degrees of Cancer. We're coming from this little sextile it's had to the sun. Now it's going to create this sextile to Uranus today in Earth sign of Taurus, Sun in the Earth sign of Virgo. Sun's getting closer and closer over the next 4 days here, really over the next week. Next 4 days is going to be exact trine to Uranus, and then it's going to kind of taper away. But we're certainly feeling this energy, and as the moon is sextile to Uranus, Uranus trine over there to the sun, okay, this is getting focused about what we emotionally value, and our emotions, and what are we willing to come out for? What are we willing to... what's pulling us out of our shell? You know, this is kind of a day where we can find ourselves being more emotional, all right, or releasing things. You know, it's only when we go into that cave can we see what needs to be cleared. It's only when we really take the time and look at our room or open up our closets to clear our closets out, can we determine, okay, look, this has been sitting for a long time. You know, this material possessions, these things, you know, these memories or these cobwebs in the corner of my mind or cobwebs in the corner of your home, you know, as the moon's here in Cancer, home. And of course, Uranus dealing, or Taurus dealing with personal possessions, money. You know, this is like, look, what do we need to change something within our home environment? Do we need to add something differently? And getting very focused here. Now, an interesting side of this, not only just getting focused, but you know, this is like that tunnel vision where when we're set, you know, it's like, okay, I'm going to take this time to sit down and read this book. I'm going to take this time to sit down or to clean the closet or to clean the room or to clean my home or to mow the lawn or take care of tying up loose ends around the house. Whether this is emotional loose ends here, or physical things that have to be done to clean, you know, preparation. Virgo is like this kind of a clean, neat freak, loves even, clean lines and everything in its right place kind of energy. So with all of these making, you know, this trine, this sextile here, the sun still squared to the nodes, Mercury here today still creating this grand kite trine, okay, to this connection to the south node, releasing, letting go of knowledge, letting go of past wisdom, past group associated education. All right, it's just like, just because the group believes this doesn't mean that I do. You know, there's a lot of things like that, and there's a huge. We'll talk about that more in a minute. But this is like, if emotionally I'm disturbed or emotionally something's bothering me. When with the Sun and Mars in Virgo, this is about accountability and making sure that if we're triggered, if we're bothered, if we're having an emotional disturbance, that we don't blame the other. Well, you're the reason why I have this emotional thing happening. You're the reason why this is going on in my life. You're the reason why. Or this is the reason why I don't have my stuff together. This is the reason why I can't find love. This is because of how women are is the reason that I don't, you know, or this is how men are, and this is the patriarchy. You know, we can get so focused on these worldly views, not only necessarily worldly views, but like these social systemic concepts, you know, which is driven a lot by the news, which is being paid for by somebody, you know, and a lot of times it's to sit here and to divide us, to create a stir. What is actually true? What is actually really happening with this news? We don't know, but kind of the idea is like, well, you know, the news might say that this is happening in this social area of life, and then I can focus a lot of my attention onto that. And I can get worked up by it. And I can start mimicking these views and saying, oh, yeah, well, this. And I can go back to my friends and I can say, well, this is going on and this is going on. And they can say, well, Aaron, where is this going on? Well, it's all over the world. And they say, well, Aaron, is this happening amongst your peers, your friends? Well, no, I don't know anybody that's like that. Is this happening to your people in your social circle, your work? Do you know people that are experiencing this? Well, no. So then where is this? Where is this information coming from that I'm regurgitating out, saying that something is factual, saying that this is how the world is, or this is how people are, or this is how the situation is, or this is what the patriarch or the matriarchy, or this is vaccinated, unvaccinated. You know, we have all this splitting left and right. And it's just like, well, there's a responsibility for ourselves to start doing research, which is something that's been an ongoing theme, having emotional reserve, so that we're not blaming other people for our misfortune, our happiness, or lack thereof happiness. And then as well as it's like Mercury or Mars here creating this septile over here to Jupiter. Mars is like, look, this is my path. Virgo is my way. This is about me. Okay? There's nothing. Virgo is all about labeling things. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with labeling things and saying this is a tree, this is a ficus tree, and this is an orange tree, and this is an apple tree, and this is a Macintosh apple tree, and this is a clementine tree, and then this is a red delicious. You know what I'm saying? Like the descriptive things, we have a lot of descriptive energy going on here, a lot of focused energy to describe a concept, an idea, a whatever. A lot of focused energy, and we have this group mentality. Jupiter, more group, more. Let me tell you, my friends, it does not matter what the society perception is. It's about your perception, and it's about what you are willing to do from the time you open your eyes to the time you close them at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. And it's not irresponsible to say that. It's not not caring or concerning. Certainly world views, world social causes and concerns are real. What this is saying, what this energy is saying is like, come back to you, come back to yourself, and what do you resonate with? And if it's not in your environment, and if it's not in, you know, if let's just say conflict, if this social community conflict, again, we're talking about Jupiter here in Aquarius, making the septile over here to Mars, and then furthering Mercury, Saturn, North Node, us seeking information, releasing the group, releasing this collective knowledge, releasing, the whole group thinks this way. And let me tell you, and I'm actually working on something right now, where I've heard many people during our interviews say this. And it's just like, oh, the reason I did this is because the group did, and I didn't want to be left out of the group. The reason I said this, oh, I was at church, and everybody was praying over me and laying hands on me, and every time they did this to everybody else, everybody fell down. I didn't fall down. I didn't know what was going on with me. So I fell down anyway because I didn't want to be the only one standing. You know what I mean? Like, that's a true story that happened to me. And we repeat this all the time. Oh yeah, I felt that experience. No, but if you didn't, then don't say you did. Own it. It's like, own who you are. Own your individuality. Own your presence. Own your perspective, because it's valuable. And the second we give up our perspective and give up our strength and give up all this stuff, it's like we're giving away pieces of ourselves, and we have no longer, this ability to be a free thinker, an individual. And it's just like, no. No, this is what we need more now than ever. Is free thinking individuals that are not afraid to stand up and share their perspective, because we don't all have the same perspective. An eagle does not have the same perspective as a pigeon. It doesn't. Now that we're talking about a different species of bird, but it's just, I'm just throwing it out there. Anyway, fly high, my friends. Be the eagle. I love you. I wish you enough. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow.